Hello, today I'm going to be recreating / attempting Pinterest gingerbread houses. Or more, I've found different Pinterest like inspo and I'm gonna put that together with a house. I love building gingerbread houses. The one that I made last year technically wasn't a house, but it was a recreation of a scene from the Hunger Games, A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And it was really dumb, but I was really proud of it. But now I'm going to do a bit more of an aesthetic one, and I'm not gonna build a gingerbread house. I got a pre-made one from Target, because let's be honest, building the house is the worst part. It is so tedious, everything always falls, everything always breaks. One year I tried to make a house from scratch and that was a nightmare. So we're going to use this as our shell, and then we're gonna put everything on it. And by everything, I mean everything. I have a lot of stuff to make the gingerbread house scape of my dreams. I also made my own royal icing, because if you want to make your house just infinitely better, make your own royal icing. They never give you enough in the bag and it's always bad, so make your own. I used a recipe from... I'm blanking. I'll put the recipe. This is the recipe that I used. How are you expecting me to decorate a whole house with just this amount of icing? The plans I've got, this would cover maybe a wall. I'll clean that up later, Mom. Play the climactic music. Ta-da! Gingerbread house. I have to be really careful not to break it. And here's our cute little house. I'm thinking of putting it right there on the tray on a little bit of a diagonal. I covered this tray in foil just so that it looks a bit better and a bit easier to clean up later. But now we can start decorating the house. I think I want to start with the walls. I think that's what I want to start with first. So this is the image I'm going off of for the walls. So I really liked the look of having a bit more of like a rustic-ish vibe, and they are using Mentos. You can tell by the round circularness of the Mentos, but I really struggle to find plain white Mentos. So I am going to be using jelly beans. A store near me sells bulk bags of jelly beans, so I was able to just buy a bag of white jelly beans. So I'm going to use white jelly beans on the front and the sides of the house to give it that stone look. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the windows yet. I think I'm just gonna leave them brown for now and go around it on the doors. And yeah, let's get started with that. So the house is covered in all of the little jelly bean stones. I overcubbed a bit, so if anyone wants any coconut jelly beans, let me know. I have some to spare. And I'm gonna put this down, and my cat's meowing outside the door, so let me let him in. Now we're gonna move on to this photo, which is Hershey's chocolate bars for the roof. I like this design. I kind of like the shingled-ish texture. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Hershey's on the roof. I got a lot. I have a lot, and I also have a feeling I'm gonna have a lot of leftover marshmallows, so I think I might need to make s'mores cookies. Oh no. I need to put icing on the roof first so the chocolate sticks. And I'm not worrying too much about the edges because I'm gonna go over with the piping bag later and make snow and icicles. So not stressing too much about it. Now that we have our glue down, I'm gonna go in with the chocolates. I don't know why, but Hershey smells like Christmas to me. I think it's because of the Hershey Kisses, but it just smells like Christmas. Maybe it's also because I'm also baking around Christmas time and just the smell of chocolate. Kind of wanted a bit of icing in between to look like almost like a bricked roof, if that makes sense. Are roofs typically bricked? I don't think so. Where I grew up, lots of people had thatch roofs. And we weren't allowed to do this, but sometimes me and my friends in the thatch roof would just sit there and just pull out the thatch. Which don't do. Don't pull out the thatch in your roof. Seeing this upside down, does this look good to you guys? Hold on, let me look at the reference image. I feel like I should offset them. No, they have them one after another, because I was thinking offset like a brick, but I guess not. I guess this is more chocolate shingles than brick. So one chocolate bar was about 3/4 of the roof, and I have 12 chocolate bars. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to make some brownies or something. Can you guys hear Snowy snoring? She's in her basket over there. I don't think you'll be able to tell, but she is snoring up a little snoozle storm. Now I'm gonna work on the other side and I'll see you when I'm done. The roof is now done, so I think I need to move on to the most ambitious thing I want to do, which is build an igloo. Here's the reference image, but I want to build this igloo. It looks so cool, and I have the mini marshmallows, so don't even know how to do this. Like, well, first of all, just, oh, marshmallow down. I think I'm gonna start by building a perimeter. I feel like I'm like doing math or something. Kind of wish I had waffle cone trees. Oh well, let me move this over a little bit more. I want this kind of in the corner. Okay, I think that's what just fell out of my lap. I have no idea what that was. Hold on. Oh, it was a jelly bean. So now I think I'm gonna go around and glue them all to the tin foil. And I'm gonna be using the royal icing that's in the piping bag, just so that we get a nice glue and it's also small. I love how I took that time to make an outline with marshmallows, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go in with my royal icing. And the reason we use royal icing for gingerbread house is that it is the most structurally sound icing, because when it like dries, this is a jelly bean covered in it, but it is really hard, so it'll make sure everything sticks. But it can be a bit finicky to make because you either need meringue powder or egg whites. I used egg whites. And then, yeah. Probably shouldn't have done this on tinfoil. It's probably horrendous for the audio. Editing me will tell me if it's bad for the audio or not. There we go. Got a nice little layer of marshmallows. Now I need to go in between all the marshmallows. So I'm gonna do another layer of royal icing. Ooh. Royal icing's coming out the top. No. So now we're gonna go in between. Start building up. I saw the igloo on Pinterest and that was my whole inspiration. I was like, yes, we have to do this because it is so cute. And I was like, okay, now let me find something else. And then I found the stone and I'm like, oh my gosh, kind of looks like snowy stone. Then I found the other things that I'm gonna make next that I'm not gonna tell you about because it's a surprise. But yeah, this igloo was my whole inspiration. I'm assuming we just go again. It's the roof that I'm really worried about. I don't know how Nara Smith does her cooking because she's always in like these gorgeous gowns, and I know it's like satire at this point now, but like my hands are always so messy, and I saw her making something the other day in gloves and I'm like, oh, I could literally never. Kind of want to put these guys now sideways. Should I be gluing them in between? I've just been doing a layer on top. Should I have been doing a layer like in between each marshmallow? Maybe. I'm also hating them like this. I want to do one more layer like this, and then I'll start building them up. Always wanted to build a real life igloo. Seems fun, but one day I will make an igloo. A real one. Or one out of marshmallows in real life. That would be sick. Real giant marshmallow igloo. Someone write that down. I kind of want to put like a little cup or glass inside just to give it a bit more structure, because that's typically what some people do with their gingerbread houses. They'll put like cans on the inside just to help give it some support. So let me see if I can find something to put in there for supports. I found some ideas. These were ideas number 1. But I feel like that'd be too tall, if that makes sense. So, and then this one's even taller. So these I'm gonna nix. But these are, I think, gonna be my savior. A glass bowl. So let's see. I think the second smallest one might be the answer. May have to expand it a little bit just for a second. Cup it back around. Wait, okay. Mom, if you're missing a bowl, it's because it's inside an igloo. Sorry, but also not sorry. This igloo is gonna be adorable. Oh, and then I have something to lay the other stuff down. Okay. Inside my real life igloo, I just have a giant glass bowl. Isn't really hugging the bowl like I would have liked. But oh well, we keep going. Start building in the top of the igloo. Ooh, we're leaking royal icing. Okay, it's getting a bit messy on top. But it is a marshmallow igloo. Maybe if I just cup it like this, it'll look good when I take my hands off. Oh wait, why did that kind of work? Okay, now I'm gonna build the little entranceway for the igloo. I may cut the camera and turn it around so it's facing me, and then you'll see when it's done. I also really need to wash my hands. I've moved the gingerbread house to back there. You'll see the igloo when it's done and the final reveal, because tension, suspense. But now I'm going to work on the thing that I think I am the most excited for, and that is making polar bears and snow and polar bears and penguins. Polar bears and penguins. This is the polar bear that I'm going to be making first. So for this we need big marshmallows, 2 big marshmallows, 2 normal size marshmallows, and 2 mini marshmallows. Now I couldn't really tell what they were using for eyes and a nose, so I'm going to make eyes and a nose through Tootsie Rolls. Tootsie Rolls, I think, are going to be the savior of this episode, because if you didn't know, Tootsie Rolls are essentially modeling chocolate, which is what they use when they make those hyper-realistic cakes. They use this, and this is just a super strong, like almost edible material, so that you can get those, or like gravity-defying cakes. Anyway, Tootsie Rolls is gonna be the savior of today. You'll find out more in a little bit. But let's start making a polar bear! I'm so excited. Okay, I have my 2 big marshmallows. Go here. Then I need normal marshmallows, 2 normal marshmallows, and 1 mini marshmallow. I think they start by cutting these almost at an angle to make the polar bear's face. So I'm gonna start, these are clean, we just use them in the kitchen and then we wash them. So, what? Is it 1 mini marshmallow and 1 big marshmallow? To make like the nose and the snoot. I have so many marshmallows, might as well try. Did I say nose and the snoot? Nose and snoot are like the same thing. Okay, that is not right. I just made a weird marshmallow. Take 2. Actually, hold on. Whoop. Okay, it is 2 normal size marshmallows that when you cut them in half like this, So you have your normal marshmallow like this. You're gonna cut on a diagonal, then you're gonna take off one of the diagonals, turn, and stick it like this. So that you have a bit more of an oblong shape for our polar bear. See? It's a bit more of a kite than a rectangle. Just squishing him a little bit. Oh! So this is the technique, but you have to do it with a big marshmallow. The little marshmallows are for its paws. So I cut it like this, so I'm going to, which way did I cut it? Okay, no, I cut it like this. So I'm gonna take it off, do it like this. So we get our more oblong polar bear shape. It doesn't look like the pictures. I'm gonna cut up a different marshmallow. All these marshmallows will get used, I promise. My marshmallows are not as like long and puffy as this. Mine are quite like circular and like cylindrical. That makes sense. Like it's a short it's a short cylinder instead of like a longer cylinder. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna cut it like this. Is that how I just did it? I'm gonna cut along the face. I'm gonna try two different ways. See, I'm trying this so you don't have to. Oh, I just cut the circle. So now it's just always gonna be a circle. Idiot! Okay. Trash marshmallow, not trash, will be used. But I have so many marshmallows, I really don't feel bad about this. Give them a good little squish. Did you guys ever in school like get marshmallows when you were good? Because we did at my school, and some people would like stretch the marshmallow until it made like bubble gum. Is that just a weird thing we did at my school? Probably. My school's kind of weird. Cut it like this, so flip and smush. And there we have our little polar bear head. Now, okay, hold on. I need to re-stick it because it's looking weird. Okay, this is the best we're gonna do for now. I think I'm only gonna make like 1 or 2 polar bears because I don't have a lot of room. So there we go, cute little polar bear. And now I'm gonna cut a marshmallow in half, like, so I have the marshmallow like this. I'm just gonna cut the marshmallow in half and give him some little polar bear ears. Polar bears are one of my favorite animals, so I'm very excited about this. Oh my god, it's got little ears! Stop! It's so cute and stupid. Now I'm gonna take a Tootsie Roll and kind of cut it up as well to make the nose and the eyes. Or maybe I can just pull it with my hands. See, Tootsie Roll. What are your opinions of a Tootsie Roll? Some people think they are vile, some people think they're great. I didn't really mind them. My mom used to bring them when she would come, bring them back when she would come to the US to visit her family and then come back to South Africa. And I always thought they were quite good. Very nostalgic smelling. A little nose on him. I'm a sucker for bears. I make my oatmeal in the morning look like a bear. So I'm a sucker for a cute bear, and it's getting so cute. Stop. Now you can tell this is the part that I was the most excited about. I'm gonna roll 2 little eyes for him. I might stick these on with royal icing just to make sure they don't move. These are big eyeballs. I'm gonna cut this in half. Just gonna take some royal icing, just slide it on the back and stick it on the bear and stick it on the bear. Look at his little face. He looks so derpy. I love it. Oh, we lost an eyeball. There we go. Now I'm going to make his body by cutting up 2 regular size marshmallows in half. They cut them in half like this. Does that make sense? Like this. And take a polar body and we're gonna go chunk and chunk. This doesn't look right. I don't think it should go like this. I feel like that would look weird. He's like big-headed. I think I maybe wasn't supposed to use the whole of this big marshmallow, maybe? I don't know. Kind of looks like a bull terrier. It's gotten to the point in the day where I'm using my fingers, don't judge. No one really eats gingerbread houses anyway. And here is our first polar bear. He's so stubby and looks nothing like the pictures, but I kind of love him. Okay. I'm gonna make some more and you'll see the rest in the final result. I know I was gonna cut and make more, but what I ended up doing was I ended up taking the big marshmallow and cutting off just one small part of each section. I ended up making a bit of a smaller head, but it's bigger than the normal size marshmallow one. So I think this one is actually gonna work better. I'm still gonna leave Derpy McDerperson over here. Derpy McDerperson. That's how he talks. And I'm gonna make some more and you'll see them in the end result. I'm sorry, I remembered I had a thing of eyeballs and I made him even derpier. I gave him eyeballs and then also I opened his mouth somehow. So he kind of looks like a traumatized Brian from Family Guy. I need to figure out what to do with these guys. I'm gonna say Pinterest lies on this one because I have made 3 polar bears now. One Derpy McDerperson, which you guys know I love. He is so cute. But the other ones, I did exactly what it said in the picture and I still don't think having the right eyes. I think because there isn't a final product, it's quite deceitful. But now we're gonna work on one that does have a final product, which is the penguin, which is made with a marshmallow and black gumdrops. I could not for the life of me find black gumdrops, so we are gonna be using good old faithful Tootsie Rolls. And I have dots that I'm gonna use for beaks. So let me roll out a Tootsie Roll. I'm actually gonna wash my hand. Clean hands. Now I'm gonna start massaging a Tootsie Roll, something I never thought I would do, to make the head of a penguin. It's gonna be a big penguin compared to a polar bear. Maybe I should use the mini marshmallows? Make some tiny penguins? That would be adorable. I've made an executive decision. I'm making tiny penguins. So I'm rolling out this Tootsie Roll into a little circle, which is going to be the head of our penguin. Maybe a bit more of a gumdrop shape because it is supposed to be gumdrops. There will be the head, and the body. I'm just gonna get my desired shape a bit more. Those. Then I'm gonna make another ball for the wings. So I'm gonna cut off some more Tootsie Roll, make another ball. This one I'm making a bit more of like a jelly bean size and shape because I'm going to slice it in half and put one on each side of the penguin for its wings. We're not looking too cute right now. I was hoping they would just stick, but I think they do actually need frosting. So I'm gonna put a little dollop of frosting on the mini marshmallow, put it on there, then, oh my gosh. Everything's getting messy now. Then a stripe of frosting on the wing of the penguin to stick that on. Then another stripe on this wing. Sorry, my polar bear on the side has lost all its legs. And now I'm gonna cut up a dot for its nose. And then you will see the penguin in the final reveal. I'm actually gonna finish all these guys up, do some finishing touches on that while camera charges, and I will see you in the whole final finished product. So here is the final product. I ended up putting some outlines around the windows and painting the door red, putting these dots on top just because I felt like it needed a little something. Then I also put the little trees that came in the kit on the sides just for fun. And I staged the polar bears and the penguins. I think they came out really cute. Derpy McDerperson is still sitting over here. And I also ransacked my dad's candy supply, sorry dad, but I found these chocolate espresso beans that he never ate, so I thought I would put them on here. And yeah, this is the final product. So, final thoughts. What were the Pinterest wins and the fails? The wins are the jelly bean siding, the roof, the igloo, and the penguins. The only fail I think are the polar bears just because there was no end picture, so I wasn't sure how they were supposed to be, and I could not find an end picture of marshmallow polar bears. But with all that said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you think this was a win or a fail. I'm leaning towards win sign, but I understand fail. And let me know what your plans are for the holidays, or if you ever decorate a gingerbread house. And I hope you have a really happy holidays, and I will see you in another video. Bye for now. Oh, don't forget to subscribe if you want to. Okay, bye for now.